Good morning and welcome to an all-new Eye of the Tiger. I'm Jaden Miller.
And I'm Cam Madrano.
A new bill concerning pushing back the school start time could possibly be in place in the near future.
I'm Julie Wynn. Senate Bill 328 is in the process of being enrolled. If the bill passes, it will require all high schools and middle schools to move start times back to 8:30. To compensate, the school day would end around an hour later. Principal David Bird feels that a later start time has definite benefits, but has reservations on how it would impact transportation and extracurriculars.
I've got kind of mixed feelings on it, honestly. I've read all the reports and seen a lot of the research that indicates, hey, we're getting kids up too early. I think there's some other logistical challenges that are connected to transportation and busing and some of those kind of things. So there's just logistical things that we'd have to noodle through and figure out. But I certainly think it's worth exploring the idea.
Athletic practices that already run late are likely to face greater complications if the bill passes.
It's going to be an adjustment for us. Like, I haven't thought that far ahead. But yeah, obviously with school getting out at 3 or 3:30, and if we still want 2-hour practices and there's 6 teams and 2 gyms, we're going to be practicing past 9 o'clock.
I mean, you either do homework like after school or before school, and it's kind of tough to do it when you have to wake up at like 6:30 in the morning. So I'd have more time in the morning to do homework, but I'd rather have time at night after sports to like get it all done.
I would like to have school start later because I'd get more sleep, but it would affect me in doing sports and I'd have to stay longer at school to do all my like polo or soccer.
Wellness Center counselor Honey Mae Fuentes believes that students need more sleep to make it through the stresses of school.
Mental health is connected to everything, physical health, you know. Everyone has a busy schedule, especially with when you have classes and sports going on, different clubs. I think just starting later will help everyone.
If approved, this bill will be in place by 2021 or sooner.
The annual blood drive is today.
The blood drive will run from 8:15 till 1:30. If you are under the age of 18, you must have a signed parent consent form.
It all started when my mom donates, so I kind of grew up going with her there and, watching Netflix, eating all the snacks they had as she donated, and it was more of an inspiration to do it myself to also help out. I do have a friend whose sister had leukemia, and so she had blood transfusions, and then I also know people who've gotten transplants. I think seeing the other hand of it first, I think it helps when you know who you're affecting or what you're affecting, what you're helping with. It definitely helps your motivation for donating.
Smith is impressed overall with the turnout of the blood drive.
We wanted around 170 signups because if you have that, there's room for people who, of course, wouldn't be able to make it or wouldn't show up because that's what you have to expect. But we got around 150, maybe 60, which is good and definitely on the high level. I mean, not our goal, but also definitely very impressive, and I'm proud of it.
We now go to Braden Holcomb for sports.
Good morning and welcome to this Friday's edition of EOTSN. I'm Braden Holcomb. Tonight, your Roseville Tigers take on the Woodcreek Timberwolves in the most highly anticipated rivalry game of the year. So we asked some students for their review on the game. Here's Nolan Frame with the opinions.
After 5 years, Roseville and Woodcreek are meeting on the gridiron once again. I went around asking students their opinion on the game. Are you excited for the football game on Friday?
Yeah, I can't wait. It's going to be so much fun.
So are you going to be going? Are you going to be there?
No.
Are you excited for the football game tonight?
Yeah, I'm excited. We're going to whoop Woodcreek or get whooped. You never know.
You can't decide which one do you think it is?
The football team, I don't know how good Woodcreek's doing, but I feel like we might get whooped.
Woodcreek's won.
We're probably going to get whooped.
So are you going to the football game on Friday?
I will, yeah.
Do you think we're going to win?
Oh yeah, definitely. Woodcreek sucks.
Woodcreek's 4-0.
I did not know that.
So would you say we're going to play well to win?
I would, yeah. Roseville's got it.
Even though Woodcreek is 4-0 and we are 2-2?
So what?
I'm excited. They obviously have the Spirit Week this week, so that means that it's going to be like a huge game that they're having. Like Tigers against the Timberwolves. I probably suggest that the Tigers are stronger than the Wolves, so yeah. Let's go Roseville.
Make sure to get out to the game at Woodcreek. It starts at 7. Back to you, Braden.
Thanks, Nolan. And don't forget to show your spirit and be loud in the Tiger Cage tonight. And that's all on your home for Roseville High School sports, top plays, breakdowns, and more. Eye of the Tiger Sports Network, EOTSN. Now we go over to entertainment.
Thanks, Braden. Netflix recently released their Iron Fist Season 2, and today I have two people that have both seen the show. So how was it, guys?
It was pretty great. I personally didn't like the first season. I thought it was one of Marvel Studios' worst projects. But Season 2 is very satisfying and greatly improves on everything that they've done on the first season.
I've always been a huge fan of Iron Fist and everything that this show has done and how they've evolved his character, but I gotta agree, second season really took it up a notch on how they evolved all the characters, and they went more in depth on a lot of different stuff that everyone wanted to see, and I think they just stepped up their game and really just laid out a smash-hit season.
So yeah, I can agree with both of you to an extent. I was a huge fan of Season 1.
Season 2, it definitely continues the story after Danny Rand, after the events of the Defenders. It kind of goes off track about what they did in Season 1, but towards the end it starts to get back on track and go deeper into the mythology and the backstory on that.
After seeing the events of the Defenders, if you've watched through it, if you've seen what's happened, you're going to really understand what happens, because a lot of Iron Fist Season 2 is based off the events of something that happened in Defenders 2. And you just got to make sure that you watch them in chronological order, and once you get all of it down and you start watching Iron Fist Season 2, you're going to be in for a good treat.
You have not been home in days. You barely sleep when you are home. How many times a night you light that fist up?
Thank you guys for your guys' opinions on the show. I really enjoyed it. Yeah.
Two passionate parents surprised their daughter for her birthday.
See? Here, there.
You want to see a willy on that?
No.
Freshman Natalie Lolaman's parents showed up at her school on Wednesday to offer her a surprise motorcycle ride for her birthday.
My dad called me and he's like, "Where are you?" And he's like, "Come to where your mom picks you up." And then I walked over and I see them on their motorcycles. It's just kind of like surprising and fun.
Despite her parents' riding experience, Lolament is intimidated at the idea of driving a motorcycle.
It'll be like very scary, because like it's kind of like a bike, but not really, because you're not pedaling, but like the balancing part, and that I might break their car.
Lolament's father, Gennaro Ramiro, hopes to change his daughter's mind and encourage her.
Experience. I think she'll see that it isn't so bad like she thinks it is, and she'll be a little bit more comfortable with wanting to go for another ride or possibly fall in love with motorcycles. And
Lolaman's parents hope to convince their daughter to follow in their footsteps.
During lunch in the amphitheater, student government will be holding a spirit lunch with games and prizes. You can be eligible to win a $50 Dutch Bros gift card, and Rivalry t-shirts will be on sale for $6. That's it for us today on Eye of the Tiger.
And remember, we're always on eyeofthetigernews.com. See you next time.